Hello, everyone. Diana Rankin here. And yes, Piper is with me. She's over here by the box, the table, the filing, and there's a carpet over there. There's another table, and she likes to kind of hide under that table. And we've got some files over there and such. And so, she's gone right behind me now, though. She knows we're talking. So I can't move my chair yet. All right. Anyway, welcome. Piper and I say hello. Thank you for being with us. Akila says hello, everyone. So good to see you. And we are going to talk today about a question which I find interesting. And this actually came up from a friend who has studied with me off and on through the years. And this is a question, a very human question, but it has actually a spiritual answer. Imagine that. We'll also get a message from one of my books. It's the Master's Book of Answers. And as you know, it's just an oracle book. So each page has a different message. So we'll get our message for the week. I just want to take a moment to say tonight is our Sacred Circle. You're welcome to join us. Just go to the website, which is just my name, www.dianarankin.com, and the link is right below this video. Just go to there and sign up, and hope to see you tonight, Akila, and others. Good. We have it's a small community, but we always welcome new people. We're sorry those who can't make it tonight, because I know some of you can't, but we meet at 7:00 Eastern Daylight Time. And if you want a personal psychic message, Sacred Circle is one way of getting one. It's only $20, and so it's a lot less than if you have sign up for an hour session with me. We also do a meditation, and there's always a little story to go with what we're talking about. And it's always about personal and planetary healing and how to make our lives a little better. Also, please sign up for my newsletter. That's absolutely free, and you could get as many articles on my blog as you want, because there's a lot of information out there. And of course, my books are available on my website, also on Amazon.com, but the links are on the website, so sometimes that's easier for people. My goal in my life, and I'm 78, and so my goal is to really provide as much helpful and accurate information as I've gained throughout my 78 years, and hopefully a little wisdom as well, and pass that along. All right, my friends, let's get going now with our question. It's a very human question. In dealing with human issues, how can we know when to push ourselves to action and when to pull back and accept the will of the universe? Here's what Phillip has to say. When asking yourself whether to push ahead, you must first tune into your spiritual self, which is the universe, also named God. Once tuned into your higher self, you are able to access the energy of the all, the universe, the God and goddesses, the highest wisdom of the highest energy. This spiritual higher self is the essence of who you are. It is your truth. Your spiritual self, deeper self, higher self, whatever name we call it, is the being that is part of and always in tune with the essence of all life. To tap into your true essence is to have the whole of the universe's essence open to you. You are tapping into your God's wisdom. To tap into your deeper spiritual self to receive guidance is natural for most children. Adults must let go of the human thoughts, quiet the mind, and allow the spirit self to be heard. For those who can tap into their spirit self, the answers come easily. At times, it may even seem the answer came before the question. However, for most humans, the human self has not allowed the spirit self to be the energy of guidance, so other steps must be taken. First, one must recognize they are pushing. Secondly, they must have the intent of wanting to know when to stop pushing. Third, they must tune into and listen to guidance from the higher self. Fourth, they must live in awareness and watch and listen for the guidance. This step requires one getting out of their own way. Excuse me. So, in order, excuse me. So, in order to live in awareness and watch and listen for the guidance, that requires getting out of our own way. Phillip goes on to say, rational thinking is not to be ignored. However, it is not of help when dealing with what you call intuition or intuitive hits. It is not of help when dealing with what you call intuitive hits. You may also work with a spirit guide, an angel, or even the energy of human whom you hold in high regard. There is, of course, a very human element that must also be addressed. When the question of should you keep pushing an issue, you must ask yourself why the question has come to you. Are you tired and need a rest? Are you willing to stop pushing? Do you need to push the issue for your sake or for the sake of another? Or are you pushing only to satisfy the human ego? Asking yourself multiple questions and listening for the answer will help you to move past the human mind into the deeper energy of the spirit, where the answer you seek will be found. There are times the rational mind says stop, while the deeper spirit self says go. As you listen to your spirit self, you will find, yes, you were to push forward. The opposite is also true. So, dear ones, for your life to live its highest order, study and practice to learn the truth of you. You are not the human struggling to connect with the universe. You are the human who is the energy of the universe. Just tune into yourself. I'm going to read that last paragraph again. So, dear ones, for your life to live its highest order, study and practice to learn the truth of you. You are not the human struggling to connect with the universe. You are the human who is the energy of the universe. Just tune into yourself. I hope that is of help to those of you who are wondering, when do we keep pushing through or when do we pull back? And I want to also say, if we're dealing with another human being, and when do we push to get our way or when do we go ahead and pull back? The easiest thing for me to do is to tune into that other person's energy and try to see it from their perspective, and then be able to respond in a way that is in our best interest, but also that they can hear us and hopefully is also in their best interest. We're going to get into that a little bit more next week, about how do we deal with maybe difficult people, or I'm not sure exactly what the question is at this point, but we'll get into a little bit more of that next week. But for this week, let's get our message, shall we? And this is a holiday weekend here in the States. It's Memorial Day weekend. And it is the weekend that we remember all of those who have given up their lives to keep others safe. I'm hearing left. If you heard left, we're in sync. And that's the universal answer for all of us, or message. If you heard right, that's a message you need to pay attention to. And it's fun to get messages from all of you that say, I heard right. And we hear that message and it's like, oh, that was a good message for them. But for all of us, it's page 70. And it never surprises me, but constantly surprises me that what we pull in our message is what Phillip has just told us about. And on page 70, the message for all of us is listen to the sound of silence until it speaks to you. Listen to the sound of silence until it speaks to you. And that's really what Philip is telling us to do, to listen to that sound of silence. So we know, should we push forward or pull back? The answer is in our silence, because that's where we tap into our universal higher self. So if you heard right, you learn only that which you choose to learn. You learn only that which you choose to learn. And that's page 71. And, excuse me, as many of you know right now, and this is election year in the US, it is, yes, it's going to get a lot worse. It doesn't take a psychic to tell you that. It's going to be pretty chaotic election this year. We need to stay in that peace of our higher self. We need to stay in that sense of love. And so for those of you who are in another country, thank you for sending peace and love to the US. For all of us here in the US, let's continue to hold that and hold this country, and all who live here, are part of here, are coming here, whether to live, to visit for a better life. We're going to hold everyone, including ourselves, in love. And I can't move my chair right now to show you Piper, because she is like right under my chair here. So we love you. Thank you for being with us today. And Akila, thank you for being here to hold the energy for me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the love you send to us. And thank you for the love that you receive for us. I love you, my friends. See you next week, if not before. And see some of you tonight at Sacred Circle.